On Thursday, Texas Democratic Congressman Henry Cuellar visited Rio Grande Valley to announce $3 million in increased funding for border security. Cuellar, a moderate Democrat who has bucked his party on border and immigration policy, discussed the needs of the border community to protect the border amidst the continued surge of illegal migration. In recent primaries, including this year, Cuellar survived incredibly close races against progressive liberal challengers, prevailing against Jessica Cisneros in a runoff by just a few hundred votes. Cuellar now faces Republican Cassie Garcia in the fall. After Mayra Flores won an upset special election, the wins have been at the backs of Lone Star State Republicans, who see South Texas as fertile ground to pick up seats like Cuellar's. It is no surprise that as issues of immigration and border security continue to prove Democrats' Achilles heel, Cuellar has promoted his break with the party.
See you again, and I want to thank you for your leadership, for what you've done for this county. This county has really grown a lot since I've gotten here. When you get Chick-fil-A and Starbucks and a couple other places, you're doing good. No, but the increasement, when we see the increase of development has been because of you, Mayor, also City Council, and the other folks. I want to say I know we're going to hear from Ana Garcia. John Corn and I work very closely together, and it's always a pleasure seeing Ana. So again, it's a pleasure also. Ryan Gang couldn't make it. I know we got somebody here. You're welcome to say a few words. Ana's going to say a few words also, but again, send my best to Ryan Guillen. And I certainly want to say to all of y'all that are present here, thank you so much for being here today. This announcement is an important, and the sheriff will go into some of the details, but this announcement, first of all, it's about $3 million that will be announced today going to the sheriffs. As you know, the sheriff gets together with Border Patrol. They come up with a plan how they're going to divide the money. Usually money goes to the sheriff, and then of course then he works it out with the city also, the different cities, the constables. The district attorney's office here also goes, get some of the monies also. And now we're including DPS, and we're going to hear from DPS in a few minutes to work it, because look, this is what's happening. We're going to be breaking records of number of people coming in. I disagree the way things are being handled, with all due respect, not locally, but some of the policies coming out. And last year, 1.7 million people came in that we know of. Doesn't include the getaways also, right, Mr. Moreno? This time we might break it by the end of the fiscal year, which is it was yesterday. When the numbers come out, do we have the official numbers? Not yet. Maybe about 2.3 million, roughly.
We requested over 2 million.
2 million. So that's almost 4 million people that have come in. And the problem is that Border Patrol's hands are tied in so many ways, because about 60% of them are doing migrant processing work. Important work, but that's not their job. About 10% of them are doing administrative work, and that leaves only 30% of Border Patrol doing their homeland security work. So while the numbers are going up, the numbers of Border Patrol agents have gone down because they're doing the processing. And on top of that, we see less rescues, more deaths. Why? Because there's less Border Patrol agents out there doing their work on that. So we need to make that change. I will say this, and I've said this to Ana and other friends. Next year, God willing, I will become the chairman of the Homeland Appropriations. And I will tell you that Border Patrol, CBP, ICE will have a friend in making sure that you get the resources. On this appropriations, we are adding more money for about 300 more Border Patrol agents for the Border Processing Center, which is again an initiative that we started. So Border Patrol agents can be out in the field, and then this Border Processing agents can do their work in the centers itself. There's monies for mental health, $23 million for Border Patrols. There's money for relocation. There's money for education. And we're working with the Senate, about a 4.6, 4.7 pay increase for Border Patrol agents. So we got to, I'll work with Senator Cornyn to make sure that we get that increase there for Border Patrol. So we want to get this, but I give you this background to explain why this money is very important. Numbers are going up, and less Border Patrol agents doing the work. So therefore, this money from Stonegard and Sheriff, and I know that you and the other folks will cover, will becomes more important because this money, which is about a $600,000 increase, is the largest increase. My brother's going to get jealous that you're getting almost. He got about 4.3, so you're getting up there $3 million. This money coming in will be very important. Over time, technology, and of course equipment. And now and of course, for fuel, so DPS will cover about what they're going to be talking about, how they're going to be working. We're bringing the new partners there. I think it's, in my area, it's Jim Hogg and Stark County that are doing this, working with DPS also to make sure that they work together with the sheriff to get this. This money is important because if you think about it, less Border Patrol agents out there in the fields, then that means that the money that the sheriff or the police or the constables, that means more of those agents. So instead of working, let's say 8 hours, they can work 12 hours. So whatever the amount might be, 12 hours out there. So that means more boots on the ground, number one. Number two, it means a faster response time because there's people out there doing the work. So Sheriff, your work becomes extremely important. Since we started this program, this is a program that myself and John Cobleson, a Republican from Houston, one of my classmates, when we started actually in the state legislature, we started this program in 2008. Since 2008, Sheriff, almost $25 million has come to Stark County for this type of work, Stonegard. So that's money for the sheriffs or the police and all that. And it becomes a win-win situation. We talked about the community service that it does, more boots on the ground. But on a family side, it helps the families of the law enforcement because that means more money that will come to the families that have to sacrifice itself there. So I say this because again, this is a win-win situation, not only for the families of the law enforcement, but also, of course, for the community itself. So again, I know we're going to hear from Border Patrol, and I want to say, Border Patrol, thank you so much. I think we're going to hear from the sheriff, and then we'll go Border Patrol, and then, of course, DPS and other folks. But before I ask the sheriff to come up here, I'm going to ask Ana. Because again, John Cornyn and I have been partners, and Ana has been doing a great job representing the senator. And again, the way we get this done, we raised it from 55 million to 90 million. And my goal as the chairman, I'm gonna raise it a lot more than $90 million. It took a lot to get more money here. With that, I want to say, Ana Garcia, thank you so much for being here. Thank you.